أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم وبعد. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here by His Excellency Distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Your Excellency, the Governor of Jigawa State, our host, Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governors here present, ably representing our various governors that are here with us in spirit, all other Excellencies, former Deputy Governors that are here, the Chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum, the Chairman of the Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation Board of Trustees, and other members of the Board of Trustees, management, and staff of the Ahmadu Bello Foundation, our royal fathers here present, especially His Royal Highness, the Emir of Dutse, as well representing the Emir of Hadeja, our awardees, and most especially the former First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here with us, followed by my own mother, Justice Zainab Bulkachwa, and all other awardees here present. Distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and a very good afternoon to all of us. It is a profound honor and rare privilege for me to address you as the chairman of this auspicious occasion, which is the 12th annual Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Lecture on Leadership and Good Governance, taking place in the great city of Dutse, Jigawa State today, the 20th day of January 2026. We gather to brainstorm on the theme to be more timely as it reflects the visionary ideals of the late Sardona of Sokoto, Sir Ahmadu Bello, whose legacy of progressive leadership continues to inspire us all. As we hold these proceedings, it is critical that we pause solemnly to remember a dark chapter in our nation's history. 5 days ago, precisely on the 15th of January 2026, we marked the 60th anniversary of the tragic assassination of Sir Ahmadu Bello, the Sardana of Sokoto, and the Premier of the defunct Northern Region. Together with the Prime Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and other eminent political and military leaders from both the northern and southwestern regions of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that fateful coup day of the 15th of 1996 shook the very foundations of our young nation, cutting short the lives of visionary leaders whose dedication to unity, progress, and service remains unparalleled. 60 years after the passing of Sardona, we gather here not merely to mourn, but to reflect on the enduring relevance of his ideals. This memorial lecture stands as a testament to the timelessness of his vision that education, good governance, and equitable development are the pillars upon which a strong and united Nigeria must rest. Today, as we confront the challenges of our time, we are reminded that the best way to honor his memory is to translate his principles into real action and ensure that his legacy continues to guide our path towards a brighter future. Let me express my profound gratitude and warm felicitations to all our distinguished guests whose presence here today underscores our collective commitment to advancing education and good governance in our region. I am particularly delighted to welcome our special guest of honor, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, ably represented by distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Aleje here. Your presence and support lends great weight to this occasion, and we are honored to have you with us. To my fellow governors from across the northern states, I commend your dedication to addressing our shared challenges. Your continued collaboration reflects the unity and resolve that the Sardauna himself championed. I also acknowledge with deep respect our revered traditional leaders whose wisdom and guidance remains invaluable in shaping our communities. In addition, I recognize the representatives of the federal and state governments, members of the academia, the civil society, and the private sector, as well as all dignitaries who have traveled from far and near in order to enrich this important discourse. Let me also extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Sir Ahmadu Bello Foundation for its resilience and untiring resolve in sustaining this lecture series over the past 12 years. By rotating the event among the northern states, the foundation has fostered another unity and shared purpose, thereby ensuring that the Sardauna's ideals of education, unity, and progress resonate across our region. It is noteworthy that Niger State will host the 13th edition, inshallah, in 2027. And I look forward to continued collaboration in keeping this noble tradition ahead. Our gathering today has been enriched by the profound insights of our guest speaker, Professor Ahmadu Rufai, OON, the former Minister of Education. Professor Rufai's depth of knowledge and meticulous research have illuminated the path forward with clarity and urgency. Your lifelong commitment to education as a lecturer, a commissioner, and a former minister has shaped policies and inspired generations, and for that, we are eternally grateful. I fully align with the submissions of our guest speaker on the myriad of challenges militating against equitable access to quality basic education in northern Nigeria. These challenges, ranging from insecurity and inadequate infrastructure to cultural barriers and funding constraints, are not mere statistics. They represent a crisis threatening the future of our youth and the prosperity of our region. Consider these sovereign data points as mentioned. Nigeria accounts for 18 million out-of-school children, and 70% of those are located in northern Nigeria. In states like Yobe, Bauchi, and Sokoto, literacy rates hover below 30%. Net attendance of the girl child in primary school in the northeast and the northwest stands at about 47.7% and 47.3% respectively. And nationwide, only 26% of children aged 7 to 13 possess basic literacy and numeracy skills, with the North bearing a greater brand of this learning deficiency. These figures point a gloomy picture, with millions of our children who are being denied the basic education that is their birthright. As the chairman of the Northern States Governors Forum, I can attest that these issues dominate our discussions at all times. Education is the bedrock of human capital development, and without addressing these barriers, our region's progress will remain stunted. Collectively, the Northern States Governors Forum have taken decisive steps to confront these challenges. We have strengthened collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission and development partners, plus donor agencies, in order to expand access, improve infrastructure, and enhance teacher training. These partnerships are critical in mobilizing resources and expertise to tackle the out-of-school menace and bridge learning gaps across our states. Recognizing that insecurity remains the greatest threat to education in northern Nigeria, the Forum has established the Northern Nigeria Security Trust Fund. This initiative is designed to provide sustainable financing for coordinated security interventions so as to ensure that schools and learning environments are protected from abductions, insurgency, and other threats. By pooling resources and working closely with relevant security agencies and local communities, we are determined to safeguard the future of our children. In addition, we launch initiatives such as the Nigeria Education Forum 2025 in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Education to explore innovative financing models for education, and state-level workshops on foundational learning have also been rolled out across the region in order to improve early grade literacy and numeracy, with the goal of enrolling millions back to the classrooms. These collective actions reflect our shared resolve, which is to confront insecurity, strengthen educational systems, and ensure that every child in northern Nigeria has equitable access to quality basic education. Let me give an example of what we are doing in Gombe State, but please pardon me, don't accuse me of being selfish. I just want to mention as an example, and I believe each of us is doing so many things in several ways in our various states in order to see that we take our children out of the streets and take them back to the schools. Part of our initiatives include establishing a high-level task force, which I recently did, comprising of eminent scholars across the north, not from Gombe State, across the north, for the revitalization of basic education, driving reforms in curriculum, teacher training, and infrastructure. And part of the committee includes people like Matemachi Tomayashi, a former commissioner in the government of late Balarabe Musa in Kaduna State. So also Dr. Hamid Boboy, the immediate past secretary of the Universal Basic Education Commission, and Dr. Nuri Akubu, who is from Yobe State and was one time executive secretary of the Polytechnics Management Board. We launched a 13.5 billion naira schools improvement grant recently in 2025, and we disbursed that through school-based management committees in order to upgrade facilities across 442 secondary schools. We expanded access to higher education by establishing 2 new campuses of Gombe State University in order to address our priority needs in agriculture and also in environmental sciences. We are partnering with the Northeast Development Commission to rebuild the schools for persons with disabilities, which are special schools in our 3 senatorial districts, so that they will provide quality education to our those in special needs, and in order to ensure inclusivity of all our people. And to date, we've enrolled 450,000 out of school children. That is between 2019 and 2025, which is the time that I have been governor. Alongside consistent payment of scholarships, construction of modern model schools, and covering senior secondary school examination fees for all our secondary final year students. These initiatives are already yielding results with improved enrollment rates and learning outcomes across the state. When I assumed office in 2019, the percentage score of students with 5 credits, including maths and English, was only 22.8%. As at last year, our score was 75.8% in YF. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this lecture is a wake-up call for all stakeholders to confront the dire educational situation in northern Nigeria head-on. It is not a burden for government alone. It demands a collective action from parents, communities, traditional and religious leaders. The private sector and civil society equally are very important in order to drive this process forward. We must all rise to the occasion by investing our time, resources, and strong advocacy to ensure that every child has access to quality education. Once again, I thank all dignitaries for gracing this occasion. Your participation reaffirms our shared vision for a better northern Nigeria. I also appreciate the hospitality extended by His Excellency, my brother, my friend, the Governor of Jigawa State, and the government and people of Jigawa State for hosting this occasion. And your warmth and efficiency have made us feel at home, even though we are supposed to be at home in Jigawa State. I encourage northern states, as well as the well-to-do individuals and groups, to support the Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation financially and otherwise, because your contributions will enable the foundation to sustain and expand its impactful work in promoting leadership, education, and good governance. Before I conclude, let me congratulate this year's recipients of the Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Awards. Each one of them exemplifies the values of excellence, service, and dedication that the Sardona himself embodied. They include the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, may his soul rest in peace, posthumous award, General T.Y. Danjuma, GCON, for lifetime achievements, Honorable Justice Zainab Bulkachua, lifetime achievement, Elder Anthony Sani, lifetime achievement, and Mariam Bukar Hassan for award in merit. Each of these distinguished personalities have excelled in their respective fields and contributed immensely to the growth and development of our region and Nigeria at large. Their recognition today is not only well-deserved, but also a reminder that the ideals of leadership, integrity, and service to humanity remain timeless. I would like to use this opportunity to highlight the ongoing reforms of the Northern States Governors Forum, which culminated in the development of a robust institutional framework and organizational structure anchored by the Office of Full-Time Director General. I am therefore pleased to introduce or announce here formally the appointment of Mr. Ezekiel Gomos OFR to this pivotal role, where he will now work with a team of directors and officials to run the Northern State Governance Forum Secretariat and oversee the smooth handling of affairs for all its affiliates and all northern institutions, such as the Ahmadu Bello Foundation, the Area Consultative Forum, the Northern Elders Forum, and the Coalition of Northern Groups, etc. And the choice of Ezekiel Gomez is by design. It's not by accident. It's somebody that rose to the rank of managing director of the Area Hotels, a very strong subsidiary of the Northern New Nigeria Development Company, which is commonly owned, the only institution that is commonly owned by the northern states at the moment. Equally, he served as the secretary to the Plateau State government, meaning he has both the private and the public sector experience at the highest levels. And I believe he's quite a good person, and he happens even to be a trustee member in the board of the Ahmadu Bello Foundation. So it's a big coincidence, and I believe he's going to do justice to this assignment. I think with that, we intend to speak with one cohesive voice and confront our shared developmental challenges as one united people of northern Nigeria. In closing, let us recommit ourselves to the ideals of Sir Ahmadu Bello, which includes unity, education, progress, and prosperity for all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our efforts and guide us towards a brighter future for northern Nigeria, and indeed for a wider future and greater future for Nigeria as a whole. Thank you very much all. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, you have just had an excellent, colorful address by the chairman of the event, the Executive Governor of Gombe State, Malang Muhammad Inuwa has CON, reaffirming their commitment to support the foundation in order to achieve its mandate. Highlighting the numerous achievements he recorded while following the affairs of Gombe State in several sectors of development, which contributed immensely to the development of Gombe State and the nation at large.